This world is an absolute hole right now. And I think we have to realize that we're not going to be able to dig our way out of it. We are facing some of the worst calamities of our lifetimes. Sometimes on individual levels, and other times we have what's happening, like the uranium enrichment plant in Russia that just had an explosion. Was it sabotage? Was it not? We have politics in the USA. We have controlled opposition like Tucker Carlson and CNN and all of these other outlets. They are all controlled opposition. And what I mean by that is that you are fed a certain amount of information to keep the narrative going against an agenda. Now, our agenda here, I guess you could say, is controlled in some ways in the fact that we always want people to be prepared. We want them to get ready no matter what, whether it's the Republicans, the Democrats, whether it's the Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans, the Iranians, is Israel doing some shady stuff, our own government performing biological events and creating these catastrophes around the world. No matter what it is, we want people to be prepared. So as we go into this disaster that's never going to end, this doom and gloom that never seems to let up, we have to come to terms with a realization that this world is a hole right now. And so
see, these truthers, well, so-called truthers, this is a lot of the men of the Lord know who this is. This is Brad from Full Spectrum Survival. He brings out some good information, useful for us as the hopeful elect, men of the Lord, the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They're going to lose it, man. They starting to lose it. They starting to see, they starting to realize that there ain't no way out of this. There ain't no way out. All right? And you can do all the prepping you want to do, and you can save, and you can stockpile ammunition, storable foods, etc. All right, you can do all that, but you're going to lose your America. All right. Matter of fact, you've already lost it. Hey, before I go any further, though, I want to say, Kohol Loyam Mahawad Yahweh Bahasam Yahweh Sai Bahasam Rakakwadash. Double honors as always going out to the venerable apostles of the great millstone, along with the bishops and Zaquanyam, who rule and teach the church well, because that's what they do. And salutations to you, Akim, out there laboring in sound doctrine. All right, preaching, teaching, and prophesying the right way on the highways and byways toward the four corners of the earth, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. On now the elders among Israel who have believed a report, the men, women, children, believers, they too are going to be delivered out of the destruction that's coming to America, aka Babylon the Great. All right, I got a kick out of this, man. I mean, I was laughing out loud even when I watched this video yesterday. All right, which today is Sunday, July the 16th, 2023. Hopefully all these prophecies come to pass. I watched this video yesterday, and this dude right here, Brad, I mean, he's always really laid back. I've never seen him, I don't think I've ever heard him cuss. And he's talking about how this place is a shithole, how this world is a shithole, how America's a shithole, and he's absolutely right. But it's because of who's in the power seat, who's ruling, man. There's an unrighteous ruler, governing the earth right now, and the earth was given into his hand, all right, the Edomites, the so-called white man. Okay, now, the Joe 6, pack over here in America is not who we're concerned with. We know he don't run shit. As a matter of fact, a lot of when we say Jacob, all right, we're talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. A lot of Jake is doing better than Esau. All right? Because the curse is spelled out in Deuteronomy chapter 30, pursuant to Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, the curses are being transferred. Anyways, Amalek, all right, the elites of Esau, Edom, the Jewish international banking families, they're governing this earth in wickedness, man. And they're going to be destroyed. That's why this place is a shithole, and the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Let's get that. These are things that, Brad from Full Spectrum Survival, he can't go into these things because he's not a prophet. He might be good at, sharing information and passing along tips, giving you prepping, tips and and what's about to take place. Job chapter 24, Job chapter 9 and verse 24, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's why this place is a shithole. Yahweh Bashim Shai gave Esau this world, and he's driven it into the ground, man, and destroyed it. Right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Right, he whitewashed the images, the icons. Okay, if not, where and who is he? Right, if it ain't Esau, where and who is he? Who's the wicked? We know who the wicked is. All right, but yeah, I wanted to just do a quick commentary. As a matter of fact, let me start this over. I'm bringing out a couple more scriptures. Yeah, because these truthers. This is good, like Lisa Haven, Dave Hodges, Redacted. Who are those? Natalie and I forget his name. The Morris, the husband and wife team over at Redacted. All right, Dabu. They gonna y'all getting ready to lose it, man. You getting ready to lose it. Y'all are getting ready to lose it. Let's start this over.
This world is an absolute hole right now, and I think we have.
Like I said, I've never heard this man. I mean, look, he's really laid back, man. He's monotone. He's not very expressive. He looks like a very mild-mannered person. So for him to cuss during a video, during an update, it's hey. And I can't wait till you fucking devils, man, you heathens start losing it. And even 2/3 of you Israelites, man. Y'all are annoying as hell. I can't wait to see y'all panicking in the streets. All right, let's go.
To realize that we're not going to be able to dig our way out of it. We are facing some of the worst calamities of our lifetimes. Sometimes on individual levels, and other times we have what's happening, like the uranium enrichment plant in Russia that just had an explosion. Was it sabotage? Was it not? We have politics in the USA. We have controlled opposition like Tucker Carlson and CNN and all of these other outlets. They are all controlled opposition. And what I mean by that is that you are fed a certain amount of information to keep the narrative going against an agenda. Now, our agenda here, I guess you could say, is controlled in some ways, in the fact that we always want people to be prepared. We want them to get ready no matter what, whether it's the Republicans, the Democrats, whether it's the Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans, the Iranians, Israel doing some shady stuff, our own government performing biological events and creating these catastrophes around the world. No matter what it is, we want people to be prepared. So as we go into this disaster.
Yeah, and another precept just came to mind, being prepared, you got to be prepared in the spirit, man. You got to get your spirit right. And these are the things these truthers don't talk about because they can't. They can't talk about them. They weren't ordained, all right, to go into the scriptures, to go into the prophecies, okay, to bring out this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? But hold on. And I pulled a couple precepts before I started the video, but I didn't have this one. But it's milk scripture. But hey, we talk about preparation and being prepared for the days, weeks, and months ahead. We're talking about spiritually preparing, man. Getting right in the spirit, okay? To the best of your ability, okay? Being in this, flesh, being in these everlasting chains of darkness, Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. Salaki, let me turn my Salaki, I got to turn my notifications off. Give me just a second. Yeah, we have what's going to keep us stable, man. It is, and not how many canned goods we have saved up or how much ammunition we have, how many weapons. Nah. Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Right. So what's going to keep you stable? This wisdom and knowledge, man. Okay. And strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. That's right. So we know that what's going to keep us stable is this wisdom and knowledge, man. What wisdom knowledge? The wisdom knowledge that comes out of these scriptures. Okay.
no matter what it is, we want people to be prepared. So as we go into this disaster that's never going to end, this doom and gloom that never seems to lead
Hey, today I'm going to show you how to search anyone with just their phone number.
Seems to let up. We have to come to terms with a realization that this world is a hole right now. And so when you understand that, it takes a little bit of the weight off of your shoulders, and you can say, well, I know that things are bad, but I have this opportunity. And you can start to see the beauty in the
I mean, the man is absolutely right, man. He's condemning America. He's talking about how this world's a shithole. Yeah. And that's why we tell you Israelites, okay, you got to disconnect from this place, man. You have to leave behind, all right, the ideologies and philosophies of Babylon the Great, aka America, because this place will just straight up destroy you, man. Okay, it's polluted. Let's get this, and this lesson is going in a completely different direction, but that's okay. That's all right. Hold on, 2 precepts came to mind. 2 Peter's, but let me go to Micah's. Micah 2 and 10. Yeah, 2/3 of you Israelites over here in Babylon, and you want to stay here, but you gonna be destroyed. All right. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, not a physical departure. Depart, disconnect spiritually, aka repent. Turn back to the Lord, man. Turn back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua before it's too late. For this is not your rest. All right, especially you so-called Negroes, man, you Judites. You were brought over here to serve hardcore slavery. This is not your rest. We can't rest here with all the wickedness that surrounds us. How the fuck you supposed to rest here? Gotta work every day? Come on, man. Because it is polluted. This place is polluted, man. Stained, soiled with the blood of the saints. Okay? It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Right? This place is he's right. This place is an absolute shithole. Okay? 2 Peter's. Get right to the point. In verse 12, chapter 3 and verse 12, 2 Peter's 3 and 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right? That's that nuclear destruction that's coming to Babylon. Okay? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, talking to the elect of you Israelites, beginning with the 144,000, look for what? New heavens and a new earth, right? A refreshed earth. Right? That word for a new right there is kainos. Right, meaning the Lord is going to freshen this earth up. All right, once the rightful rulers are back in authority, all right, this place is going to get cleaned up, and it's going to be restored to her former glory, man. A new heavens, a new rulership. Okay, the 144,000, the governing body, the kings and priests of the earth, the elect, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Right, a place that's not a shithole. Okay, and again, these devils are going to be destroyed for destroying the earth. I saw Revelation 11, I believe. Let's see what else Brad has to say. Yeah, Brad's pissed off, man. These truthers are going to lose it. They're going to start losing it.
Seeing right now, Kelly and I, and we see people their hearts are really just being out in the open. And even though they're having the worst time of their lives, they are able to find some of that beauty. And as we look at Russia and Israel, let me tell you, Israel is doing some really different things right now than we have seen in the rhetoric of the past. They are going to attack Iran. Without a doubt, Israel will attack Iran to stop Iran's nuclear program. When that happens, I don't know. Will it be a rogue element that does it? I'm not really sure. The uranium enrichment plant explosion yesterday in Russia, was that a rogue element? Was that some sort of sabotage? Yes, probably. We have our own problems in the USA. We have these train derailments and these catastrophic chemical plant destructive events. It's just never ending. And so we have to find this medium where we walk through our lives and we say, okay, how can I get prepared and how can I do this without being drudged down, kind of drowning in all of the depression? And my message to you is you have to man up. You just have to do it. It doesn't matter how hard it gets or how difficult things are. You just have to keep putting that foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. And this isn't any sort of pansified motivational speech. It's just reality. You have two choices in this life. You can either keep going or you can not keep going.
Damn, all the commercials. Hold on.
And that's where we stand today. Now, back in the 1900s, our forefathers and foremothers, they had a lot more of a difficult.
All right, well, all right, he's all right. Yeah, but see, the point is, you know, this dude who's always, again, so laid back and oh man, these people are starting to lose it, man. Look at the title. I can't take much more. The shit is hitting the fan. And it's getting really hard for people. Yeah, well, it's going to get a whole lot harder, man. And fear is coming. All right. This man right here doing this video, he's going to be overtaken by fear. Just you wait and see. Again, the people I named earlier, like Lisa Haven, Dave Hodges, Dabu, you know, Brad, the Clayton and Natalie Morris from Redacted, you know, and there's a whole laundry list of these so-called truthers that are watching their empire decline. They're watching their freedoms being stripped away. You know, they're watching, you know, the demise of their beloved America, and they're gonna panic. They're gonna panic in the street. Terror, man, and they gonna feel the terror of the Lord, man. Hey, and that brings me to some more scriptures. They gonna feel the terror of the Lord, man. All right, you 2/3 are gonna feel it, and these people are gonna feel it, man. What does it say in Job? Here, I had Job up. Let's get right to the point. Chapter 18 and verse 11. Right? Job chapter 18 verse 11. Terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. Yep. Terrors, man. You heard him talking about the train derailments and Slovakia. You know, you heard him talking about the train derailments and Iran, you know, being attacked by Israel and, you know, the different calamities and all the sabotaging, you know, these governments are doing, but primarily, you know, America and the so-called Israeli states behind a lot of this. Okay. And at the behest of the elites, the wicked elites of Esau. All right. Verse 12, his strength shall be hunger bitten and destruction shall be ready at his side. Yep. Verse 13, he shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. The king of terrors is who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You fixing to meet the king of terrors. You know? Hey, we know the terror of the Lord, man. That's why we persuade you, Israelite, man. All right, to repent. Okay? We know the terror of the Lord. That's why we go out and teach. That's why we do lessons. I mean, come on, man. The Lord is a terrible demon-like power. Al-Shaja. You know? Scriptures talks about men's hearts failing them for fear, being afraid. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. That's right, man. Fear's coming. And it needs to come. This earth needs to stand in awe and fear the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. There's too much goddamn pride out here. Too many proud-ass Americans out here. Too many proud people in general on this planet. And all that pride is going to be, you know, destroyed, man. Yeah. That's what we're waiting for. That's what we patiently waiting for, to see all these proud looks, all right, changed into panicked looks. You know? What is that? Luke's 20:21. Let me just type it in. Luke chapter 21 and verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking, it's like after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. That's right, man. And that's what the Lord's doing right now. He's shaking up the powers of heaven, the rulers of this world. They shook. Okay? And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud or a chariot with power and great glory. And that's really going to cause the earth to freak out. Because you're going to see the Lord for who he really is, not as a so-called white man. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Right? The elect are going to be redeemed, man. All right? The elect of Israel. Not Christians. Not these truthers. All right? So, yeah, I just thought this was funny. I mean, I got a kick out of it, man. I ain't going to lie. I got a good chuckle out of this. And, you know, listen to this man. I've never heard cuss before. He said he can't take much more. Well, it's only going to get worse, my friend. All right, the Lord's coming back to destroy this place. Hey, Lord willing, you was edified through the Spirit. With that, I want to say shalom. On to the next video.